Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren. The whole thing's not going to be in German, just that first part. But that is key to the story. I was also greeting you. It means good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So the Damen is ladies, and Herren is men. Maybe you had a German teacher in high school who was Herr or something. But again, that's key to the story. We'll find out more later. I've always been interested in languages. My shirt says Kade and Scale, which is very appropriate for tonight. It means what's the story in Irish. And I almost forgot to wear it, but I remembered at the last minute. I got accused of plagiarizing a story in third grade because I had French words in it, because I carried around a French dictionary, French-English dictionary, and the teacher wrote "see me" on the paper, and I got a phone call to my parents, and they were like, yeah, he carries around a dictionary. And she was like, why? Like, he loves it. So I've taken various languages. So fast forward to after college, my friend and I, dear friend of mine, we decided to do the cliche and go backpacking in Europe. Now, I played football in college, so did he. We were both linemen. So he's about 2 inches taller than I am. He's like 6'6", both around 300 pounds at the time. We're carrying 72-pound backpacks. So we look like Sherpas walking through cities in Europe. And if you've ever been to Europe, there's just, in the summertime, there's just college students everywhere. And they're kind of obnoxious. So we didn't want to be those. I didn't anyway. So I had plain T-shirts, no jeans, no sneakers. I was trying to fit in. He has, Coors Light T-shirt every day, or Bud Light the next day. So before we went, I was trying to teach him some language. He had never really taken languages, and he was kind of like, everybody will speak English. He's kind of the red-blooded American. They'll speak English and they'll like it. I was like, no, we should just try. You never know when it's going to come in handy. We're not going to be having full conversations, but maybe read a menu or something like that. He's like, nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay. So I had a little flip book of 5 different languages just in case. And I kept handing it to him. Hey, have you looked through this? Nah, I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay. So we're in Germany. And we want to see the Glockenspiel in Munich. So we get there early so we can get a spot. We have our backpacks because we're heading to the train station right after that. He needs to go to the bathroom. Okay, I'll watch the bags. So we have them sitting there. We have a lock, like a bike lock that we put our bags in. But I'll stay here, waiting. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should go too. You don't know what's going to happen after this. We might be in a rush. I'll go too. So I lock the bags up, and I go off to find my friend. And we'd seen the bathroom, so we knew where it was. And it was down this long hallway. So I figure I'll run into him at some point just to tell him, hey, I'm here in the bathroom too, so he doesn't come back and see that the bags are just there and I'm gone. So I'm sure I'm going to see him. I'm walking down the hall, and he's 6'6", so I'll see him. I don't see him. I'm like, well, he's probably in the bathroom already. So I go into the bathroom, and he's not in there. So I'm looking around, and I'm looking under the stalls for feet. And I'm like, well, this is weird. So now I panic. I forget that I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, I got to find him because he's going to get back, and then he's going to have a freak out. So I go back out into the hall, and I see him walking down the hall. And I'm like, hey, George. He turns around, and I was like, hey. And he's like, waves. I'm like, where were you? He goes, I told you I was going to the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I was coming to find you. Where'd you go? He goes, I went to the bathroom. I'm like, well, I was just in the bathroom. You weren't in there. He's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I was in the bathroom. I said, so was I. So we almost start arguing. I said, wait a minute. What bathroom did you go into? He's like, the one at the bottom of the steps. I said, I know, but which one? He said, well, I looked at the one and said her, and the other one said de men, so I went in there. So guess who learned signore and signori when we went to Italy? It was George. Thank you.